In the bustling lanes of a small village, nestled between colorful stalls and the clamor of villagers bargaining, stood a humble cart with an enticing aroma wafting through the air. The cart belonged to Burju, a middle-aged man with a broad smile and a twinkle in his eyes. He was known for making the most delicious pulav in the village, a fragrant rice dish mixed with vegetables, spices, and a dash of ghee that could make anyone's mouth water. Despite his skill, Burju was also known for something else: his greed. Every day, he served generous portions, but he always kept an eye on his customers' coins. His prices were slightly higher than the others in the market, but the villagers never minded, believing the extra cost was justified by the taste. One sweltering afternoon, a young woman named Rani arrived at Burju's cart. She was a newcomer to the village and had heard whispers about the legendary Pulav. She had been walking for miles, tired and hungry, and her stomach growled at the scent of the freshly cooked rice. With a warm smile, she approached Burju. "How much for a plate of your famous pulav?" she asked, looking eagerly at the steaming pot. Burju smiled, sizing her up. She appeared to be poor, with worn clothes and a tired face, but his greed clouded his judgment. "For you, my dear, a plate will cost 5 silver coins," he said, knowing full well that most villagers paid only 3 or 4 for a serving. Rani's face faltered for a moment, but then she reached into her pouch. She only had 3 silver coins, but her hunger pushed her to act. "I have 3 silver coins. Will you accept that?" she asked gently, her voice soft with hope. Burju's eyes narrowed. He looked at her coins, then at her tattered clothes, and then at the bustling market. "No," he replied sharply. "The pulav is of the finest quality, and I do not serve it for less than 5 coins." Rani's shoulders slumped, and her eyes cast down to the ground. She had no choice but to walk away, her stomach still aching from hunger. As she left, Burju returned to his cart, smug in his decision. But what Burju didn't know was that Rani had a secret. She was not just a traveler. She was the daughter of a wealthy merchant who had heard of Burju's greed and wanted to teach him a lesson. Later that day, Rani returned to the market, but this time, she was dressed in fine silks and adorned with jewelry. She approached Burju's cart once more, her eyes sparkling with determination. "How much for your pulav today, Burju?" she asked, her voice full of authority. Burju, startled by her transformation, blinked in surprise. He quickly scanned her appearance, recognizing her as the same woman from earlier. This time, however, he saw a golden opportunity. "Ah, for someone of your stature, madam, I shall offer you my finest pulav for just 3 silver coins," he said, lowering his price to match what she had offered earlier. Rani smiled, but it was a smile that Burju did not recognize, one full of mischief. "No, Burju, today, I will give you something more valuable than money." Before he could ask what she meant, Rani's father, the wealthy merchant, appeared. He was holding a sack of gold coins. "Burju," he said in a booming voice, "I heard you take advantage of travelers and villagers alike, charging them more than you deserve for your food." Burju's face turned pale. But I did not know." "You will learn today, Burju. You will now make pulav for the poor at no charge," Rani's father declared. "And if you don't, I shall buy out your stall and leave you with nothing." Ashamed, Burju realized his greed had led him down a lonely road. He agreed, and from that day on, his pulav was served to all, regardless of their coin purse. Rani's quiet kindness and her father's wisdom had taught Burju a lesson he would never forget. He learned that greed might fill the pocket, but kindness fills the heart.